Your goal should be to live to be 100 in superb physical health. Today, the average lifetime in America is approaching 80, which implies 50% of people will live beyond that and 50% will pass away early. So since you are more knowledgeable and better informed than the typical person, you're likely to surpass that number and reach 90, 95, or even 100 years old. So pick 100 as your objective and ask yourself, if I want to live to be 100 in great shape, what must I do? What kind of health should I maintain? What kind of lifestyle should I lead to achieve that? First, design your dream body. Imagine your body at its utmost best, considering weight, fitness, tone, flexibility, and overall health. If your physique were perfect, what would it look like? Make a list of the main attributes. Remember, as a child, your body was naturally in optimum shape. If it isn't now, it simply implies you may have neglected a few healthy habits or accepted some detrimental ones. Start with a clear image of your ideal body and acknowledge that obtaining it is feasible. The secret of physical health has traditionally been summarized in a simple 5-word formula. Eat less and move more. Every expert in health and fitness emphasizes this. And more individuals today recognize that success consists in eating less and exercising consistently. Daily exercise is vital. The greatest time to work out is in the morning. If you wake up and exercise immediately, whether stretching, walking, cycling, or utilizing a treadmill, it doesn't matter. Morning exercise raises your metabolism, keeping your body burning calories throughout the day. It also enhances alertness by improving oxygen flow to the brain. More significantly, it creates discipline by training you to handle obstacles head on. It's no coincidence that many great business leaders wake up at 5:00 a.m. to exercise for an hour before starting their day. Their daily regimens frequently involve a scheduled workout early in the morning. If you can discipline yourself to do the same, it will have a significant impact on your life. Exercise also causes the production of endorphins, which improve mood, will boost creativity, and enhance overall optimism. You'll feel more invigorated and eager to take on your day. To eliminate excess weight, simply cut off the 3 white poisons: flour, sugar, and salt. Any food containing flour, whether white flour, wheat flour, or other types, contributes to weight gain. Storing fat around your stomach, hips, and thighs. Eliminating sugar and sugary items is similarly important. No desserts, pastries, soft drinks, or processed sweets. Finally, avoid extra salt. Most foods already have plenty. A friend of mine recently shed 20 pounds, and his suit was virtually hanging off him. I asked him how he achieved it, and he responded, "I tried everything. Walking, exercising, but nothing worked until I cut out flour, sugar, and salt. I lost 22 pounds in 60 days, and it never came back." I've heard similar stories from people worldwide. If you can commit to eating only fruits, vegetables, and proteins, avoiding pasta, bread, cakes, sugary drinks, and salty snacks, you'll see weight loss very quickly. Some folks drop 3-4 pounds within a week merely by cutting out extra salt. Another crucial habit is drinking enough of water, at least 8 glasses a day, which helps flush out toxins from your body. Eat more salads. And here's an important tip: eat before 6:00 p.m. Anything consumed after 6:00 p.m. is more likely to be stored as fat, while anything eaten earlier in the day is burned as energy. Don't eat within 3 hours of bedtime. Stick to a light dinner, like a salad with some protein, before 6:00 p.m. And you'll be amazed to wake up thinner the next morning. 2 additional suggestions on health. First, have regular medical and dental checkups. Many people postpone the doctor or dentist until issues emerge, but this is a mistake. If you're over 40, you should have a comprehensive medical checkup every year and dental checkups at least twice a year. If you're in business or have a rigorous schedule, consider visiting a dental hygienist 4 times a year to maintain excellent oral health. Studies reveal a strong correlation between gum health and general well-being. When it comes to self-discipline, recall Michael Jordan's motto, just do it. If you think something is a good idea, act on it. Don't waste time or create excuses. The 6th discipline is the discipline of regular saving and investment. One of our greatest life aspirations is to achieve financial freedom. One of our main anxieties is our expenses and debts. And our greatest dread is poverty. Reaching the end of our life without money. Simply taking efforts to ensure your financial future improves how you see yourself and your life. It makes you happier. They set a goal for financial freedom. Decide, I will become financially independent and commit to getting out of debt and staying out of debt. I've dealt with innumerable people who started with nothing and became financially independent. A common trait among them was a great dislike to debt. They detested debt and avoided it wherever feasible. The only debt they may accept was a mortgage on a home or potentially a car loan, but even then, they were cautious. Beyond that, they treated debt like the plague. To remove yourself from debt and stay debt-free, you must learn financial discipline. Here's a key idea I learned from one of the smartest money managers I ever met. When we're young, we link money with pleasure. We receive our first allowance, spend it on candy, and learn that having money means buying things that make us feel happy. As adults, this thinking persists. When we think of having more money, our tendency is to spend it on things that bring us satisfaction. If you visit a tourist resort, you'll see streets lined with knickknacks, gadgets, and needless stuff because people link happiness with spending. However, this thinking keeps you broke. The solution, rewire your thoughts. Instead of saying, I enjoy spending money, start saying, I enjoy saving money. Learn to take pleasure in having money in the bank, in saving, in deferring gratification, and in progressing toward financial independence. Once you create the practice of feeling good about saving, you automatically become more careful of your spending. The key criteria for financial independence is saving 10-20% of your salary continuously. As your wages improve, increase your savings and investments. Albert Einstein once stated, compound interest is the most powerful force in the universe. Investing in well-chosen mutual funds, money market funds, or index funds and allowing your money to grow over time is vital. Don't panic about stock market fluctuations. The average return in the U.S. stock market over the past 100 years has been 8-10% yearly, incorporating both good and poor years. Now, for most people in debt, the thought of saving 10-20% sounds unrealistic, so they disregard it. Instead, start small. Commit to saving just 1% of your salary. If you make $2,000 a month, save $20. Open a financial freedom account and deposit $20 from your first paycheck. Then, discipline yourself to survive on the remaining 9%. Once you're comfortable, increase your savings rate to 2%, then 4%. Within a year, you'll have acquired the habit of saving and living on 85% to 90% of your income. To make it easier, set up automatic deductions from your paycheck to your savings or investing account so you never see the money. It just grows. You'll transition from I enjoy spending to I enjoy saving. An important approach for saving money is deferring major purchases. If you're considering buying a car, washing machine, stereo, or computer, wait 30 days. In many circumstances, you'll determine you don't need it. Or, if you do buy it, you'll make a wiser option. One of the smartest financial habits is buying used instead of new. Studies by Stanley and Danko in The Millionaire Next Door demonstrate that billionaires rarely buy new cars. Instead, they purchase automobiles that are 2 years old. often coming off lease, still under warranty, and eligible for extended coverage. Why? Because buying a 2-year-old car instead of a new one can save you $10,000 to $20,000. And what should you do with that saved money? Invest it and let compound interest develop it into enormous riches over time. If you merely bought used cars every 8 years and invested the savings, you could accumulate hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. Finally, when investing, observe the golden rule. Investigate before you invest. My friend Ken Fisher of Fisher Investments says that 2/3 of success in investing comes from avoiding mistakes. Let me repeat that. 2/3 of all success in investing or company comes from avoiding costly mistakes. By making the wrong decisions or by making decisions too hastily, you risk failure. So if you're going to invest in anything, the guideline is, spend as much time analyzing the investment as you spent making the money. You'll find that rapid investing judgments are typically poor ones. Only invest in things that you know and understand. Don't invest in someone else's concept, scam, or business. Only invest on things that you actually know. The number one rule is, don't lose money. Whatever you do, don't lose money. If there's even a little probability of loss, and you take the risk, you're likely to lose more than you think. Be very careful. Once you earn the money, hold on to it. There's a Japanese adage that says, making money is like digging in the sand with a pin. Losing money is like pouring water on the sand. It's simple to lose money, but it's hard to make and keep it. This is the most important discipline of all. Another crucial discipline is paying cash wherever possible. Get rid of all your credit cards save one, and only use that one when required. The simple act of paying cash makes you hyper aware of your expenditures and helps you decrease costs. Clement Stone once observed, if you cannot save money, the seeds of greatness are not in you. The major reason for saving and accumulating money is that it gives you two things. First, it allows you freedom. When you have money in the bank, you have options. If you despise your job, you can walk away because you have financial security. Second, it gives you opportunities. When a fantastic chance arrives, you're ready to take advantage of it. You don't have to say, I'm broke, I can't afford it, while others move ahead. As an adult, you should always have opportunity money set away. It helps you feel secure. The difference between having a little money and having none is night and day. A person with a little money feels confident. A person with no money feels concerned, worried, irritated, and short-tempered. You know precisely what I'm talking about. Now, the seventh discipline is the discipline of hard effort. Nothing will help you more than having a reputation as a diligent worker. Studies of self-made millionaires show they didn't have greater education, ability, or knowledge, but they were willing to work more than everyone else. Most self-made billionaires work 60 to 70 hours per week for 5, 10, or even 15 years before they break through. Most other individuals try to get by with 5-day work weeks. And even then, they don't work very hard. Thomas Jefferson was once asked if he believed in luck. He said, Wes, and the harder I work, the more of it I have. The harder you work, the luckier you get. The harder you work, the more opportunities present, the more doors open, and the more success follows. In America, the average work week is 32 hours. In France, it's legally 35 hours. But studies by Robert Half International suggest that most people squander approximately 50% of their time on idle chit-chat. Coffee breaks, lunch breaks, surfing the internet, and other non-productive activities. Here's a rule that will make you successful, happy, and wealthy. Work all the time you work. When you go to work, work. Don't squander a single minute. Put your head down and work all day. If someone interrupts you with small talk, say, I'm fine, but I need to get back to work. If someone asks to chat, say, Wes, but let's talk later. I need to finish this. No one will stop you when you say, I have a job to do. Instead, they'll move on and distract someone else. The biggest time wasters in any office are persons who drag others into gossip and idle chat. Stay away from them. These people are like a virus. They spread and infect everyone around them. Now, here's an easy approach to quadruple your productivity, performance, and money. Here's how to fast track your career, raise your wages, and become one of the most important people in your industry. Start 1 hour earlier. If your company's official start time is 8 to 30, arrive at 7:30 or even 7 to 100. Where do you find the time? Get up a little early. Arriving early helps you beat traffic, plan your day, and get ahead. While others are just settling in, you're already working. Another tip, work through lunch. There's no rule that says you must waste an hour or more on lunch. Eat quickly at your workstation. Use that time to work, not to socialize. There's a growing tendency of making work fun, but work is not a playground. Work is work. Your duty is to get things done, not to hang out, joke about, or treat the office like a schoolyard. Focus on being productive. Then, once the day is done, you can enjoy yourself knowing that you've accomplished a lot. Finally, remain 1 hour later. Be the last one to depart. Be the one who, if you look at an entrepreneurial startup or a business that's being driven by someone sincerely passionate about it, you'll see a trend. The business owner is frequently the first one there, works throughout the day, and is often the last one to go. They work weekends also. In the end, the business owner has a magnificent life, a stunning home, automobiles, trips, and even a yacht. And people often say, she must be so lucky. But no, it's not luck. It's hard labor. If you start working a couple more hours, arriving earlier, staying later, you'll add up to 6 hours of productive work to your day. 1 hour of undisturbed work, when no one is present to distract you, is equal to 3 hours of work with distractions. Ask yourself, what is the most valuable use of my time right now? And then do only that. Whenever you're tempted to wander or take the easy way out, remind yourself, back to work, back to work. Keep focusing on what counts. The 8th discipline is constant learning. The rule is simpler to earn more. You must study more. If you want to earn more than you're making today, you must learn new skills and information to make it happen. Billy Graham famously said, work at least as hard on yourself as you do on your work. So, how do you achieve this? Start by reading in your field daily. If you read for just 60 minutes each day, a little in the morning and a little at night, you will finish 1 book a week. That's 50 books a year, the equivalent as receiving a PhD in your subject every year. Most adults read fewer than 1 book a year, and many never finish non-fiction literature. But if you read 50 books a year, you will be one of the most learned, skilled, and eventually well-paid persons in your area. You can also listen to CDs while you drive. The average person spends between 500 to 1,000 hours a year in their car. That's equivalent to 1 or 2 full-time university semesters. By listening to educational CDs, you can become one of the best informed persons in your area. Additionally, attend seminars and courses conducted by specialists. You can learn more in 1 day from a master in your industry than you might study on your own in years. I've seen many people leave my courses with only 1 new concept, and within 30 days, their revenue exploded. 1 new method for prospecting, overcoming objections, or closing sales can make a significant difference. In the U.S., typical income increases by roughly 3% a year. But with the addition of new information and abilities, you can boost your income by 10% per year. That means you can double your income in just 7.2 years. If your income grows by 25% every year, you can double it in just 2 years and 8 months. The more you learn, the more you earn. Continuous learning is life-changing. Finally, the ninth discipline is persistence. Persistence is the greatest test of self-discipline. It's about pushing through difficulties and finishing your objectives 100%. The ultimate test of self-discipline is the ability to keep going, even when you're fatigued and everyone around you feels like stopping. Courage comes in two parts: the courage to begin and the fortitude to endure. The bravery to start is about launching, even when failure is likely. But the fortitude to endure is about persisting even when nothing seems to be working. When you're fatigued, when there are no promises of success. Persistence is a measure of your belief in yourself and in what you're doing. If you sincerely believe in the worth of your work, you'll persist no matter the hurdles. The more you continue, the more you believe in yourself and in the importance of your work. Persistence shapes your character. It is self-discipline in action. Self-discipline leads to self-esteem. And practicing self-discipline makes you feel better about yourself, which drives even greater tenacity. This increasing spiral is what leads to success in life. As Napoleon Hill observed, persistence is to the character of a man or woman as carbon is to steel. By pushing through when you feel like quitting, you turn yourself into a stronger and better person. If you ever feel like giving up, cutting corners, or stopping before completing your assignment, take a minute to remind yourself this is a test. It's a test of your character, a test to determine what you're truly made of. What matters isn't just the task you're doing, but the person you become by either persisting or quitting. So, constantly press through until the assignment is accomplished. As you do, you'll burst past obstacles, and your brain will flood with endorphins, leaving you with a sensation of success and pride. Over time, persistence becomes a habit, and you'll become unstoppable. Here are 7 benefits of adopting self-discipline in every area of your life. The habit of self-discipline guarantees success. Every successful person shares the core attributes of persistence and tenacity. Self-discipline that pushes them to accomplish what needs to be done, regardless of how they feel. Self-discipline empowers you to get more done, faster and better than others. You'll produce greater outcomes, enhance your productivity, perform at higher levels, and draw the attention of those who can help and support you, driving you forward. You'll earn more and advance more quickly in any career or environment. Those with high self-discipline are the ones who regularly give results and are swiftly promoted in any career. You'll achieve increased self-control, self-reliance, and personal power. You'll feel capable of doing anything because you've learned the skill to discipline yourself to follow through no matter the task. Self-discipline is the key to self-esteem, self-respect, and personal pride. Every time you discipline yourself, you acquire a stronger sense of self-worth. You begin to consider yourself as a better person, feeling happy and content with your achievements. The higher your self-discipline, the larger your self-confidence, and the smaller your anxieties of failure and rejection. Over time, you'll gain the confidence to approach obstacles head-on, feeling as if you can overcome anything in your way. High-performing folks are action-oriented. They think, plan, and set priorities, then act decisively toward their goals. Their attention and high level of activity allow them to achieve more than others, spending less time on diversions and low-value tasks. When you work on high-value tasks with a high and continuous level of activity, you reach a mental state known as flow. This is a state of peak performance and production. While most people feel it infrequently, Extremely successful individuals experience it regularly. In flow, your thoughts and emotions become highly tuned, and everything feels effortless. You feel invigorated, lucid, and tranquil, and your creativity and competence reach new heights. Your insights get sharper, and you often come up with creative ideas that move you forward. One approach to elicit this condition is by establishing a sense of urgency. This inner urge encourages you to get started and stay progressing. A sensation of urgency is like racing against yourself, encouraging you to take immediate action. Instead than spending time talking about what you're going to do, you focus on the measures you can take right now to attain your goals. High achievers frequently keep a quick pace in their work, which propels their success. To establish this tempo, you must start moving and keep moving at a constant rate. This creates momentum, a notion that asserts it takes tremendous energy to overcome inertia and begin. But once you do, it requires less energy to keep going. The faster you move, the more energy you'll have, and the more you'll get done. As you gain experience, you'll become more skilled and effective. A sense of urgency naturally puts you onto the fast track in your job, improving your self-esteem, respect, and personal pride as you move forward.